our topic was Qalbun Khashia. We discussed some aspect of Qalbun Khashia. So today briefly, the quality of Qalbun Khashia. The ulama says the three qualities related to Qalbun Khashia, the humble heart. Number, an takhsha'a li dhikrillah, always very humble to the zikr of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Means whenever Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is mentioned, so the qalbun khashi'un, the quality of the qalbul khashi', takhsha'a, it always show humbleness to the zikr of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. The second thing they mentioned, wa maw'izatihi, and for awareness, whenever there is maw'iza, al-maw'izat al-hasana, the qalbun khashi' always means very humble to listen to the maw'iza and awareness, is always ready. The third thing they mentioned, wa an-nasiha, and always accept advices. Any good advice, any kind advice, the qalbun khashe, the third quality, is always ready to accept good advice. So accepting nasiha, always maw'iza, and always takhsha'a li zikrillah. Bear in your mind, when we say qalbun khashe, we have to understand the Prophet ﷺ generally mentioned the qalb. Ala inna fil jasadi mudgha, iza salahat salah al jasadu kullu, wa iza fasadat fasad al jasadu kullu. Imam Bukhari mentioned this hadith, hadith number 52. And Imam Muslim mentioned the same hadith, hadith number 1599, that Allah inna fil jasadi mudghatun, there is a piece of flesh in your body. When it is healthy, the whole body is healthy. When it is corrupt, the whole body is corrupt. Allah wa hiya qalb, and this is heart. So the fasadat part to understand, then you will understand the salahat. The fasadat part, there are different level of the fasad, and the corruption is mentioned in the Quran. Number one, the Quran says one title is given to the heart when it's fasad, when it's corrupted, qulubun qasiyah, the hardened heart. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, fawailul lil qasiyati qulubuhum min dhikrillah. Curse upon those who are hardened on the zikr of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Means whenever you mention the khashi, I told you, always khashi'un li zikrillah. Al-qasiyah, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala mentioned, fawailul lil qasiyati qulubuhum min dhikrillah, in Surah Zumar, chapter 39, verse number 22. Fawailun, Allah says, halakat, and curse for those who are hardened when there is a zikr of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Means the zikr of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, the heart doesn't move, doesn't take a notice. So this is called qalbun qasiyah in Quranic terminology. There is another level of kind of heart, any state of heart, is called qalbun lahiya, distracted. And this is in the beginning of Surah Anbiya. Allah says, iqtaraba linnasi hisabum wa hum fi ghaflatin mu'ridun. The time has arrived, the time has approached. They are very close to the time when they will be standing in the court of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Wa hum fi ghaflatin mu'ridun. And they are turning their face in completely ignorance. They think nothing going to happen. Lahiyatan qulubum. Ma yatihim min dhikrin min rabbi muhdathin illa sam'uhu wa hum yal'abun. Whenever the zikr come to them, again everything is related to the zikr, the reminded, the nasiha, and this is direct related to heart. Whenever the zikr come to them, muhdathin, new zikr from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, from Prophet, from the Messenger, illa sam'uhu. Though here, they always listen. Wa hum yal'abun, but very carelessly. You know, like sometimes you can say to someone, normally, when you don't like to listen to something, you say, oh, carry on. Yes, or carry on. Are you listening? Yes, I am listening. Are you, you understand? Yes, I am understand. And carry on, and carry on. And this is called lahiyatan qulubuhum. Wahum yal'abun. They are playing. For them it is a play. From them is a game. Nothing else. Lahiyatan qulubuhum. Their heart are distracted. He said, this is the level of the heart. When it's completely distracted, then what's happened? No nasiha, no advice, they will take it. And then the other level is when it is coated with rust. Coated with what? Rust. In Surah Al-Mutaffifin, chapter 83, verse number 14, Allah said, Kalla bal rana ala qulubihim ma kanu yaksibun. Indeed, their heart are coated with rust completely. And this is the hadith where the Prophet ﷺ says, when the person commits a sin, the small dot in his heart, and then the second, then another dot, then the third, another dot. And the time comes, the whole heart is taken by these black dots. It's completely covered. When it's completely covered, Kalla badarana ala qulubihim ma kanu yaksibun. Why there are all these coated of rust? Coat of rust, let's say. Bima kanu yaksibun, because of their own deed they have committed. One is the qulubun umya, completely the heart which is blind. And this is in Quran, in Surah Hajj 22, verse number 46. فَإِنَّهَا لَا تَعْمَلْ أَبْصَارُ وَلَكِنْ تَعْمَلْ قُلُوبُ الَّتِي فِي الصُّدُورِ. Allah said this is not their eyes that are blind. فَإِنَّهَا لَا تَعْمَلْ أَبْصَارُ. When the people say they are seeing everything, they are listening everything, they have seen the ahwal of the Qawm Aad, Qawm Thamud, Qawm Pharaoh, Namrud, how they destroyed, how completely so why they don't see all these things? فَإِنَّهَا لَا تَعْمَلْ أَبْصَارُ. Are they blind? Allah says no. It is not their eyesight that are blind, but their heart which is blind. وَلَكِنْ تَعْمَلْ قُلُوبُ الَّتِي فِي الصُّدُورِ. The heart there which is there, just this is blind. And this is called qulubun umya. And the one is the level, the verse, the final level, qulubun makhtum. Makhtum means completely sealed. And this is in Surah Baqarah chapter 2 verse number 5. Allah says, Khatam Allahu ala qulubihim. Their heart is sealed completely. You know, like you take the envelope, seal it completely. Nothing can get in, nothing can come out. So the dirt which is there. No hidayah will come, no khair will come, no nasiha will come, no zikr will come. Allah says, Khatamallahu ala qulubihim. They are on the level where no nasiha will affect them. Allah completely sealed their heart. Allah wa ala sam'ihim wa ala absarim ghishawa. On their eyesight, on their hearing, completely curtain, they will not. So these are the different level of the qulub. When you understand the qulubul fasadat, how the hearts are corrupted, these are only few I mentioned. Then you can come back to the qulub al-salaha. In salaha, they are different level. I won't complete all of them today, but the khashia, we have to complete it. And the other, inshallah, if the time allows me, tomorrow we'll continue with the Quranic terminology for the heart. But the khashia, as we started with the qulub al-khashia, ready for zikr of Allah, ready for mu'izah, ready for nasiha. But bear in your mind, what is khashia? I told you the humbleness. But there is another very important thing. Khashia, one is the khushu, the real humbleness, which is related to the heart, and the sign are reflect through your parts, through your organs. But one is khushu. Hazrat Huzaifa bin Yaman radiyallahu ta'ala anhu said, Iyyakum wa khushu'an nifaq. Beware of the humbleness, hypocritical humbleness. The humbleness which is full of hypocrisy. Khushu'an nifaq, a special name given to it. They say, what? Qila wa ma khushu'an nifaq. They say, we know the humbleness, the humble heart, the humble body, the humble person. But what is the hypocritic humbleness? Allahu Akbar. And Hazrat Huzaifa bin Yaman, the great Sahabi, I've been to his grave. I think he's in Yemen somewhere, if I'm not mistaken. So we visited him. قال أن ترى جسدا خاشعا والقلب ليس بخاشع. You see the humbleness in the body, physically humbleness, but there is no humbleness in heart. They say this is khushu' and nifaq, completely hypocritic. And this is lita'kulu amwalana. This is to deceive people. Heart, there is no humbleness. So, and this Abu Darda radiyallahu ta'ala, another some quoted from him. This is the call, the other Sahabi says, Ista'idu billah, seek the refuge of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, min khushu'in nifaq, from any humbleness which is the humbleness of nifaq, hypocritical humbleness. He said, what is this? Again he explained that the body is very humble, but the heart there is no traces. So actually the khushu' nifaq is a level. So whatever you have in your heart, if the same reflect through your body, this is khushu'. But what you have less in your heart and the more show in your body, this is nifaq. The khushu' is less and the show off is more. So this is called khushu' nifaq. But whatever the level of your heart, if the same reflect through your body, this is the real khushu'. And that's why the anna rajulan khashi'an, someone in the old days, when the salih, he saw the person, he was lowering his shoulder and just bending his body and just showing that he is a very, very, very humble and very this person. So this person was very wise. He knew his real status, and he said to him, فَأَشَارَ إِلَى صَدْرِهِ وَقَالَ الْخُشُوعُ هَا هُنَا. He said, the real khushu and humbleness is here, and he pointed out the heart. And then when he said, وَلَيْسَ هَا هُنَا, and then he pointed out to the shoulder, said, the khushu is not in the shoulder in your body, the actual khushu is here. If it's here inside and reflecting through your body is a different level. But if it is completely empty and you just only making it, Allahu Akbar. Hazrat Akhri word in this khushu, Hasan Basri Rahmatullahi Ta'ala, a great companion, a great tabi'i. He was asked, هؤلاء التابعون أكثر عبادة من صحابة رسول الله فكيف كانت الصحابة أرفع منهم منزلة. Someone asked him that these tabi'in, some, they are day and night doing ibadah, worshipping. And the Sahaba was not doing, the reason the Sahaba was doing struggle, migration, da'wah work, they were busy in worldly things. And these people are just sitting in the corner and all the time doing ibadat, tasbih and tilawat. So if the ibadat is the real criteria, then these people, how the Sahaba have the highest level than these tabi'in, than these ubad. So Hazrat Hasan Basri, he could answer in a very different ways, but he answered, which is related to our topic, and he said, As-sahabatu yata'abbaduna wal-akhiratu fi qulubihim. He said, when the Sahaba used to worship, the akhirah was in their heart. وَهَؤُلَاءِ يَتَعَبَّدُونَ وَالدُّنْيَا فِي قُلُوبِهِمْ. These people are worshipping, but dunya is in their heart. وَالشَّتَانُ بَيْنَ هَذَا وَهَذَا. And he said, there is great difference between worshipping Allah, dunya is in your heart, and worshipping Allah, and akhirat is in your heart. And he said, it is not how numbers you are doing, it is not the number games, it is not the counting, it is not the quantity, it is the quality. So this is the khushu. We have to complete this topic today, and tomorrow inshallah there are some other variety of a different kind of the heart related to the same topic, and how to purify our heart inshallah. I will continue tomorrow. Hazrat Aisha Siddiqa radiyallahu ta'ala anha, I won't be able to explain it all. And he said, Ra'a Aisha shababan yamshuna wa yatamawatuna fi mashyatihim. Hazrat Aisha Siddiqa, the mother of the believers, she saw some youngster, shababan, yamshuna, they were walking, wa yatamawatuna. Yatamawatuna like min al-maut, just like you are very dying, and a very, so he said, these are young people, why they are just so acting like the person was dying and completely exhausted. Fi mashyatihim, in their walking, completely exhausted. So what's wrong with these young? So فقالت لأصحابها, so some people told to Hazrat Aisha Siddiqa, min قالوا نساكun ay ubadun, these are the great worshippers, they are very humble worshippers. Hazrat Aisha Siddiqa says, Kana Umar bin Khattab iza masha asra. He said, we have seen Umar bin Khattab, when he walked fastly. When he talked loudly. When he even hit someone, the person can feel the pain. When he eat, so he can eat to satisfaction. وَكَانَ هُوَ النَّاسِكُ حَقًّا. He was the real ubad of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. This showing off is not the khushu, and this showing off is not the sign of the ibadah. The ibadah and the khushu is come really from your heart. If it is in your heart and then reflecting through your body, then it's a different level. मैं पुराने वक्त आई जो एक मसीती उत्थे होना सा, ते किसी बंदे दसिया कि एक जना उत्थे होना सी, ते बड़ा ज़बरदस्त, बड़ा तेज़ चलाने वाला बंदा, ते किसी पीर दे हाथ चढ़िया, उसने आख्या तू मेरा खलीफा है, उन्होंने खिलाफत दे दी थी. हफ्ते बाद वो बाहर चले ना, ते वो इंज होके चले जिवें कोई 500 किलो वजन चुकिया है. ते किसी सादे बंदे थोड़े वालतम स्टोर दे किसा है कि होर दा नहीं, ते किसी वो पूछे कि यार मैं पंजाबी दा दसन लग्या है, अपनी गल है. ते वो किसी पूछे उन्होंने को कि यार ये चंगा भला चलता सी, इनू क्या होया? तो उस आख्या उसने खिलाफत दे इतना बोझ पाया, भारा बोझ है, तो चुके नहीं जाते बेचारे को. तो ये चीज़ां जिहड़ी तुसीं वक्ती तौर पर मसनू करते हो ना, इन्हां दा ताल्लुक खुशू नाल नहीं, वह अल-क़ल्बु हावना. रब्बना तक़ब्बल मिन्ना इन्नका अंतस समीउल अलीम व तुब अलैना या मौलाना इन्नका अंतत तव्वाबुर रहीम. अल्लाहुम्मा अल्लिमना बिमा यनफ़अना वन्फ़अना बिमा अल्लमतना व ज़िदना इल्मा इन्नका अंतल अलीमुल हकीम बिरहमतिका या रहमान.